Now let's get into some NFL games from last night. Talk about my Falcons. Man, look, man. I don't get what we're doing, man. I just don't get what we're doing. If you don't know, last night the Falcons lost last night. And I'm just very annoyed, man. Every year, bro, they get our hopes up. And we keep getting disappointed as Atlanta Falcon fan, bro. We want our Dirty Birds to be good, man. We pray every year that our Dirty Birds are good and successful, and we can't even get a great team no more. The last time we got a great team went to the Super Bowl. Besides that, the 2017 team, they was good. I feel like we could have beat Philly, and we would have lost to Minnesota. We would have lost to Minnesota at Minnesota. Minnesota beat us that year too. We would have probably lost to Minnesota that year, but we would have beat Philly. I feel like we could have beat Philly the year that Philly won the Super Bowl, their first Super Bowl. But besides that, we haven't made the playoffs in almost 10 years. If the Falcons made the playoff this year, it's going to be 10 years since we made the playoffs. It's going to be 10 straight NFL seasons we haven't made the playoffs, starting in 2017. So we have to play better, and if we don't, it is what it is, man. I think you have to clean house, man. You have to clean house from Arthur Blank. Because you've been mediocre you've been mid for the last 4 or 5 years. We just can't get over that hump. We're 7-10, 8-9. When are we gonna get over that hump? We have to. But I just don't see. I don't see the future. I don't see where's the future's bright right now because Penix is okay. The defense is inconsistent every year. You brought in Raheem because he's a defensive-minded guy. The defense is still mid, bro. Defense still mid. I gave Terry Fontenot the first 2 games, even though they weren't getting sacks. I still respected what Javon and James Pierce Jr. was doing. But now, through the 10 weeks, they both, you combine both of their sacks, 1.5 sacks combined, bro. 1.5 sacks combined between James and Javon Walker. They're not getting to the quarterbacks. And if I'm lying, I'm capping. Let me go look it up now. I'll look it up right now. I don't mind being wrong. It's still super low though. How many sacks he got this year? Let's see. 0.5. Made my point. 0.5. And Javon Walker. How many Javon Walker got? Hold on. Oh, Falcons. Javon Walker. How many sacks he got? Oh, okay. Okay, he had 2. Okay, he had 2 last game. Okay, so he stepped up, showed that he can play. Guys, that's still 3.5 sacks. That's still 3.5 sacks, and come on, bro. That's still 3.5 sacks. I'm not impressed. Hopefully he keeps that up. I need about 6-7 sacks from a first. If you're gonna be a first round DD pass rusher, you gotta at least give me 7 to 10 sacks a season. You gotta at least give me 7 to 10 sacks a rookie season, bro. For me to be like, okay, we got somebody that got some real great, that has some great potential to be a great pass rusher. Besides that, I'm gonna be like, we got a okay pass rusher that could be somebody that could be a stable guy that could play for 10, 12 years. You know what I'm saying? You can rotate him. You know what I'm saying? He's not as consistent. He probably can't be the starter DN, but he could bring a backup DN that can make plays time to time. But he's not somebody that can consistently get to the quarterback, like a Solomon Thomas. But if I'm gonna give it, like I said, I always give past the first round picks, but right now it just doesn't look good. Because pass rushers, bro, especially if you draft them in the first round, you're basically saying you believe these guys can get to the quarterback. They have the potential to be great pass rushers. And Javon Walker, he had a great Sunday. James Pierce still got 0.5. I remember he got the 0.5. He got the 0.5 against the Vikings. He hasn't done nothing since then. He got some couple of pressures, but he hasn't been touching that quarterback like I want him to. He should be touching more. He should be touching that quarterback more, and he hasn't been doing that. And it has a lot to do with him getting to the quarterback and getting off that ball and firing off that ball. And to me, the D lines look weak. They don't cool down. They're getting demolished. They don't look like I don't see the D line they played against the Bulls all in Josh Allen face. I just don't see it. Haven't seen the last 2 weeks. Last 3 weeks. I have we lost 3 straight games. Was it been 3? Yeah. I haven't seen it in the last 3 weeks. We're 0-3 in the last 3 weeks. So we have to step it up, man. I'm just tired of mediocrity. I'm tired of the mediocrity, bro. We've been mid for the last 5, 6, 10 years. I'm tired of it, bro. When we gonna get over that hump and be competitive, bro? I'm watching us just right now. We in Baker Mayfield era right now. We're in the Baker Mayfield era in the AFC. When you think about the NFC South, you think of Baker Mayfield. You don't even think about the Falcons, bro. Back in the day, you did think about the Falcons. When you thought about NFC South, you thought about Drew Brees, Matt Ryan, Cam Newton. You think of NFC South now, you don't even name nobody, bro. You think about Baker Mayfield. That's it. And that's unacceptable. So we have to be better as a team, and hopefully we are. But right now, I don't see it. So as a Falcon fan, I'm praying that we can get over that hump and play and have some play so we can play later in January, you know what I'm saying, in February. But right now, I just don't see it, bro. I just don't see it. And if Raheem can't galvanize the troops to get us over that hump to make the playoffs, you gotta fire him, bro. And you gotta bring in a guy with some experience. FY to me, I think you bring in a Mike McCarthy, bro. Somebody that has some experience, that's shown that he could be capable of leading the team to success like he did with Dak Prescott and them. I think you bring it to Atlanta. And now you bring him to Atlanta, I think it'll work because when you play for the Cowboys, so much pressure on you. I think if Mike McCarthy came to the Falcons, there wouldn't be no pressure on him to succeed. But I think he will, though. And I think what will help him is no pressure. There'll be no pressure on you because no expectations because we've been sucking for the last 10 years. Besides, then you go to the Cowboys and expectations always win the Super Bowl because the fans are delusional. Falcon fans, we're not delusional. We'll jump. Trust me, bro. Fans would jump off the board. Like, come on, bro. Bandwagon. Fans will jump off the bandwagon if the Falcons suck and root for somebody else. They do it every year. Let the Falcons not be good. Falcon fans will jump off the bandwagon and do something else and go root for somebody else. They quit to do that. They quit to say, we out. We finna do something else. We finna root for somebody else. It is what it is. So you bring in Mike McCarthy, there ain't a real expectation. I think he'll flourish with appendix and those weapons with a Bijan. You know what I'm saying? You give him a great running back. He hasn't really had a great running back like a B. He hasn't had a player like Bijan because when he got Zeke was he's on his last leg, bro. He's on his like he was outside his prime, bro. Them last couple of years when Mike was there with Ezekiel he was showing his age, bro. He was getting old. He got old fast. Zeke got old fast. When Mike McCarthy got him, he got an old Zeke. And Zeke was still like 24 or 25 when Mike McCarthy was there. He got an old Zeke. So you can't do nothing with it. That's why they brought in Tony Pollard and they would have had the little bat. They had the there was running back by committee, Tony and Zeke. So you bring it now. You got Bijan Algier and you got Penix. I think Penix will fit well in the Mike McCarthy system. But that's just my 2 cents of it. I don't think they're going to do that. But it is what it is.